communication to make. Honorable members, yesterday morning, the House was drawn to the matter touching on the motion by Transport and Infrastructure Committee. The motion had been listed but could not be moved since neither the chairperson nor the vice chairperson of the committee were present to prosecute the motion. Equally, the chairperson did not nominate any of the committee members in writing to move the motion on his behalf. Honorable members, the role of the sectoral committees touches the core of devolved functions under Part 2 of the 4th schedule to the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The mandate of the committee is framed to be able to realize the functions of this House under Article 185 of the Constitution. Therefore, the non-attendance of the chairperson or the vice chairperson without sufficient reasons addressed to the Speaker falls short of the responsibilities of their offices. While we focus on this matter, I appreciate the role of the committee since a report has been generated and that commitment, honorable members, is recognized. I have taken into consideration the views of the members on the way forward regarding the conduct of the committee, and I wish to draw the attention of the House to the provisions of Standing Order 176, which provides for the procedure on how the committee members may undertake a vote of no confidence in the chairperson or the vice chairperson. Honorable members, I'm very much aware that we are acquainted to our standing orders. We have the 4 limbs that a committee may by resolution supported by a majority of its members resolve that it has no confidence in the chairperson or vice chairperson, and a member designated by the committee for that purpose shall thereupon report the resolution to the liaison committee, which shall, as soon as it is practicable, direct the clerk to conduct an election for the chairperson or vice chairperson, as the case may be, in accordance with the standing orders. The members desiring to make a resolution under paragraph 1 shall serve the chairperson or vice chairperson. All that, honorable members, is detailed in our standing orders. Honorable members, acknowledging the circumstances, the House was faced and alive to the provisions of the Standing Order 50, which provides that where no member moves a motion at the time specified by or under the standing orders, such motion shall not again be published in the order paper during the same session, except with the leave of the Speaker. I have taken into consideration the contents of the report, which seeks to portray the position of the roads in the county. Nandi is an agriculturally endowed county, having passable road network, which projects economic growth for our people. I have, therefore, in exercise of the discretion accorded to me under Standing Order 50, granted leave, and directed that the same motion be listed in the order paper today, 18th March 2026, at afternoon session. And should the chairperson or the vice chairperson fail to execute their respective roles, the committee will be at liberty to exercise their rights under Standing Order 176. And honorable members, I also wish to bring to your attention of the existence of the Powers and Privileges Act. Such issues ordinarily would amount to complaints, but then I'll be able to address that particular issue in the next sitting. And honorable members, whereas we are addressing this matter on the transport and infrastructure, I also note that there are a number of statements that have not been responded, and I want to urge the respective committees to be more intentional in supervising the activities of the committees, including the finalization of the committee reports as well as the pending businesses. We have the following statements that are still pending. Statement sought by the honorable member from Kapchorwa Ward, Honorable Richard Bett, on the payments to Kapsabet Referral Hospital and Nandi Hills Sub-County Hospital by the chief. That statement ought to have been responded by 10th September 2025, and to date, the same has not been responded to, and I therefore direct that the chairperson to respond to that particular statement by 24th March, the afternoon session. We have the statement sought by Honorable Hassan Kagoni on the implementation of framework collaboration between the REREC and the county government of Nandi. The statement was sought on 11th November 2025. The chairperson, Finance and Economic Planning, was to respond to that particular statement. To date, the same has not been responded. I direct that we have that response on Tuesday, 24th March 2026, the afternoon session. Thirdly, we had a statement sought by Honorable Silas Kogo on the construction of roads at Sangalo Keblonik Ward. The same was sought on 11th February 2026. The chairperson, Transport and Infrastructure Committee, was to respond to that particular statement. And finally, also the statement sought by Honorable Isaac Mosbey on the payment of part and final agreed medical bill and settlement of the agreement of one Mr. Stephen Kibet Samoe. The same was sought on 4th March 2026, and I therefore direct the Chairperson, Administration and Public Service Committee to respond to that particular statement by 24th March 2026 afternoon session. Honorable Chairman, Honorable members, the chairpersons whose committees are to respond will be notified by the Office of the Clerk. The respective committees are directed to expedite the responses. Equally, honorable members, the trackers will be shared with the honorable members to be appraised of the deliberations of the House. I thank you, honorable members. Yes, Honorable Isaiah Maina.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I would like to thank you for the communication you've just made. However, Honorable Speaker, the list of statements that you've indicated as outstanding, I do not know whether it's comprehensive. I would wish, Honorable Speaker, that all the statements, I would like to urge your office to working together, of course, with the rest of the Secretariat to tease out all the, because I know there are some statements that I sought. The last time I was told that, like for instance, there was one with the roads department. To my knowledge, it's not been responded to, and it is not here. Then lastly, Honorable Speaker, I would like also that to say to this House that we expect the statements from the various departments. And it would look absurd if we turn it around to be like, Honorable Speaker, to be like it's the chairman of any committee who is supposed to give the statement. I would wish the chairs or these committees, because they work for this House, if they are...
Honorable members, I note the concerns of the honorable member from Olesos. I'm also alive to the fact that a number of statements were collapsed so that could be dealt at the committee of the whole House, the Committee on General Supervision. But then, as advised, we'll be able to screen out so that we can communicate as to which statements were collapsed to the General Supervision, and then the others will be able to respond to. It was a communication from the chair, and I can see inviting a lot of comments, but Honorable Talbey, thereafter the Honorable Member from Kapsabet.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when I listen to your communication, I want to first thank you for responding to the issue, Mr. Speaker, because the dignity of this House is in line, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, even as I interpret your communication, I was taken back to what we call the natural course of justice. I know there was a committee that was advanced mentioned yesterday, and the chair is present today. But Mr. Speaker, in your communication, I'm drawn to the natural course of justice. In our Kenyan government, we have the Court of Appeal, the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court, Mr. Speaker. And that is the sequence. So when I saw the Speaker making a communication, I was wondering whether we have invoked the Standing Order number 159, Mr. Speaker, which is the establishment of the Liaison Committee. And Mr. Speaker, if I may throw to your attention to the above standing order, one of the functions of the Liaison Committee is to consider the programs of all committees, including their need to travel and sit away from their presence of the County Assembly. D, Mr. Speaker, is to ensure that the committee submit reports as required by the standing order. The final one, which gives my attention, Mr. Speaker, is to give advice relating to work and mandate of select committee as it may consider necessary. Mr. Speaker, as the above committee sat in the first place, because, Mr. Speaker, we might subject a chairman to ridicule, yet, Mr. Speaker, we have a mandated committee which should have addressed the issue even before it reaches the chair, the Honorable Speaker, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, so that we don't become vindicative, we vindicate a select committee when we have a mandated body in the name of Liaison Committee, we should be addressing this issue, Mr. Speaker, because the final F is to give advice relating to the work of mandate of select committee. So these are an overall committee, Mr. Speaker, which addresses these issues, because it's not only the road committee that has issues, Mr. Speaker. We have a number of other committees. You find even yesterday, my good neighbor was almost being attacked, Mr. Speaker. So it means if there is a problem for all committees, Mr. Speaker, there must be a mistake somewhere. So I wanted to plead with you that you consider
to work together with the administration committee so that that issue, because there is an element of justice denied, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, allow me to table report of Finance and Economic Planning Committee on Finance Amendment Bill 2026.
Next order. Any notice? Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
To submit a question, hereby submit a question to the Kapsabet Municipality Manager. Town are not only welcome, but they are timely and useful, Honorable Speaker, because it is the headquarters of our county. However, and then some other work was initiated, particularly so when His Excellency the President was slated to. We have something else. So I wish, Honorable Speaker, that the manager of the municipality, even including, Honorable Speaker, the question of changing the colors, county colors, Mr. Speaker. I have even noted someone, conception and design of projects, the expected lifespan of the projects. Like, for instance, Honorable Speaker, the painting, just like that. Is it something you make a decision in your home or where? So, and in that spirit then, the procurement process, the material recovery and disposal. Remember, Honorable Speaker, there was some metallic component in the original project that was there.
Order number 8, Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2026, second reading.
Honorable Speaker, Article 195 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the County Government of Nandi, the County Government Act 2012, make policies, planning, projection and programs are proclaimed by the county executive through reports, papers, and speeches made by governor and those officers appointed by him or her, and all matters. Honorable Speaker, I wish to thank the members of Finance and Economic Planning Committee and all MCS for their dedicated commitment for the development of this report for adoption. Honorable Speaker, Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2026 was prepared in accordance with to the Rating Act 2024 and the Nandi County Rating Act of 2016. The amendment bill was considered on 4th March 2026. Zones that we do have here is A1, A2, A3, Zones B, Zone C, and Zone D. On Zone A, Honorable Speaker, we are recommending 0.5%, 0.5% freehold and 0.3% for leasehold. Furthermore, the committee received memoranda from members of Kamadarkui community who proposed 0.05% rate as therein attached in the annex. Of the engagement with public, the committee had the following findings. That the public needs to be sufficiently informed through wider and spectrum in form of local media houses. B, that the land rates are immortal and County Finance Act 2024 be amended through the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2026 by deleting the first 3 rows of the 9th schedule and replacing it thereof with the following: 5% and Zone D 0.5%. The committee recommends that the Nandi County Amendment Bill of 20 without amendment. The views contained in the memoranda from the members of, we do have the minutes of another economic planning, which was held from 17 March 2026, all through the processes of the finance bill. And again, I've attached the Nandi County Assembly respectively. And again, Honorable Speaker, I've attached the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2026, the cassette notice, which is with us here. Honorable Speaker,
Honorable members, I'll proceed to propose that the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2020.
To oppose the report by the Finance and Economic Planning Committee, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you quote what I said yesterday when we attended the public participation, for freehold and 0.3 from leasehold. And the chairman has attached a memoranda, written memoranda from Kamatarikui. Members of public have amended their signatures, Mr. Speaker. And they are requesting that we reduce from 0.5 to 8 to 0.3, Mr. Speaker. So the committee thing is that if we don't stick to 0.5, we will not achieve our own source revenue. But Mr. Speaker, even the revenue we have collected, are the people getting?
At the announcement for public participation, it says that it shall be held in Kapsabet on 16th. Honorable Speaker, it has already been established that public participation should be meaningful and should be well intended to help the people to make suggestions. And those views of the people cannot be taken casually in the manner in which I think this committee wants to suggest. That you just do it in Kapsabet complex. So you have not done it in Tinderet, you've not done it in Chemase, you've not done it in Kabiyet, you've not done it in Olesos, you've not done it anywhere. You just do it in Kapsabet. For a serious matter such as this, we have nearly 1 million residents. The people I see here is not even representative, Honorable Speaker. Less than 200. So it is likely that my people who I represent from Olesos do not know.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of order, Honorable Bet?
Actually, it's your facts, Mr. Speaker. On matters of number of people, what constitutes actually to public participation? Even 2 people constitutes to public participation. It's clearly mentioned that it's over 200. That was a huge number for public participation, Mr. Speaker.
So I'm failing to understand how that will amount to accuracy of facts.
He said it was attended by only 200 people, and that should not be a public participation.
So is that something that he really needs to substantiate, Honorable Member?
Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious issue. That
I
was-
understand so, but is that
Yes.
something really that he has to substantiate?
He's saying it is not properly constituted.
Well,
Especially by the
Honorable,
numbers.
Actually,
Honorable Minor.
I'd like to thank you, Honorable Speaker. But I think the Honorable Member somehow, I don't know why he's a bit animated, Honorable Speaker.
Just substantiate that so
Yeah,
that we can make
you
progress.
see, Honorable Speaker, it's actually 100 and something. I have just checked. Maybe it's better for me to correct that. I have just seen that the last person is 102 from the list, and it's not even apparent.
Yes, and what he's saying that is one or two sufficient to constitute a public participation? That is what he wants you to substantiate.
No, I mean, Honorable Speaker, you see, he stood on accuracy of facts. If probably when they were conducting this public participation, they were basing it on a piece of law, then he should show me where it is indicated that even two people, and honestly, I hope the Honorable Member from Kapchorwa is not beginning to show himself to be not considerate of the people, because a public participation of two people, Honorable Speaker, everybody knows that is not a public participation. And I'm also suggesting that a public participation held in Kapsabet, attended by 100 people, out of 1 million people possible, Honorable Speaker, is not representative. I am in the process of suggesting, Honorable Speaker, an amendment to our Public Participation and Civic Education Act to require specifically that such matters be held in the counties, in the wards, so that we should have had at least 30 meetings in a case like this, because it involves money. And so I want to suggest, Honorable Speaker, that this House, and by the way, Honorable Speaker, these names are not legible. The record in this House, I hope they could bring us some things that are more legible. I'm sure probably they are legible elsewhere, but reading from it, Honorable Speaker, you will agree with me that this House probably is being duped into believing there was a public participation when I cannot read the names. I can only see a few, which include the names of the people in this House, because I can see Victor Siele. I think that is probably a clerk. So, Honorable Speaker, I would like to say, to implore this House to reject, or maybe give the opportunity to the assembly, to the committee, to work on it. They can withdraw it, work on it afresh, have public participation fora in all the areas, a more extensive agreement, and then finally, Honorable Speaker, clearly, and they are it's nice that they were, at least they kept their part of the bargain. They said that those few people whom they engaged suggested 0.1 and 0.3. Then the chairman comes here and says, suggest results without amendment. The public has already said amend. But the chairman, without amendment, without even explaining, Honorable Speaker, somewhere that yes, we listened to the public, they suggested to us to amend, but we decided, owing to the following reasons, to not agree with the public. So with those remarks, Honorable Speaker, I think this report lacks coherence. It has got internal contradictions, because the public have already said amend, the chairman tells us not to amend. Yet, we know that we should follow what the public have told us. So let us oppose or give the committee time to go and work on it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Okay, I have also stood to raise a voice on this bill of land. We know it very well that issues of land in our county is paramount. So I participated in the public participation that took place at Kipchoge Complex. And the reactions which were down there actually need some amendment on this report. So, and that is the reason why we go for public participation, knowing it very well that our constitution powers to the public. Even if we are there as the representative, it is the public. So this house should not be going against what the public says. And like the other time, we talked of the Kipchoge, the market being relocated. The public did not accept, but this house, we came and passed it the way it was. So why are we going against the people who voted us in to represent them? So we should be listening to them. When you look at the composition which were there, they were okay, they were the people from maybe from around Kapsabet. How sure are we that those people even own land? We are not sure whether those people own land. Land issues, it needs actually this assembly or even the executive to go deep to the villages to hear from the real land owners so that they can collect the views, they come here, and then we amend according to what they need, because they are the sure, they are the owners of the land. So we cannot just take it for granted and then we say we are representing them. Whose land are we representing? They have their owners. So let the owners give amendments. If they are going for 0.1% or 0.5 or 0.03, they are the land owners. So with me, Mr. Speaker, I beg that this report or this bill should be amended. Thank you.
Honorable member from Kapsabet, Honorable Kerich.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this time so that I can also contribute to this emotive matter. Honorable Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, under the standing order of speaking to a matter twice, the member was the one who seconded the motion.
I note that. I note that.
So it's
Honorable Matata, you had already utilized your opportunity by seconding the motion. You had an opportunity just to stand and bow, but you spoke to the matter. But in exercise of my...
Honorable Speaker, under your indulgence, Honorable Speaker, I just seconded, but I did not discuss the report.
You discussed the report by saying that I second. So that was enough to contribute to the motion. But let me exercise my discretion, and I note that you are a member of the Speaker's panel. You can have 1 minute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for exercising your powers under Standing Order 1. Honorable Speaker, I know this matter is very emotive in our county, and even in the nation, Honorable Speaker, issues on land are very emotive. Honorable Speaker, for the information of the honorable members that were absent during the public participation, I was the one who moderated the process, Honorable Speaker. And actually, going by the public views, the issue was very emotive. 2 is that there was a lack of understanding, Honorable Speaker, because the National Land Rating Act, we have lands on leasehold and we have land on freehold, Honorable Speaker. The people, in fact, it is my people they were very emotive on this issue, because now that the values have been placed on the valuation roll and it can be accessed at the land's at the lands department. We engaged, and finally, Honorable Speaker, when the time came, and you find that the proposals of imposing 0.1 and 0.3, Honorable Speaker, we all, as honorable members, we all know that the law does not act selectively. The law does not act selectively on issues. So, Honorable Speaker, having analyzed the proposals from the view, I went ahead and put the question. The public on Monday, on 16th, they were proposing two rates of 0.5 to be used to charge the multinationals and 0.1 to charge...
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, what is your point of order? Honorable Matata, you can remain seated.
On probably accuracy of facts, Honorable Speaker, is what the Speaker, the current Speaker talking, Honorable Speaker, I mean,
Is it the honorable member from Kapsabet?
The honorable member from Kapsabet. Is it part of the report?
Honorable Kerich.
And can he guide us to it?
Yeah, I can guide. Honorable Speaker, it is captured in the answer during the public participation. The proposals of...
He has made reference to the report, whether it is part of the report, because...
It is not part of the report, Honorable Speaker, but the proposals are captured in the answered, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as much as the honorable member from Lesos wants to object on this, he should also be keen to listen, because he was not present during the public participation, Honorable Speaker. So, what I'm discussing...
Honorable Matata, I just want you to restrict to the issues that is raised, whether the issues that you're submitting on are part
Honorable
of the
Speaker,
report.
if you see in the report on page 4, Honorable Speaker, there were proposals. The public participation was conducted on 16th March 2026, and the committee received the following recommendation. The recommendation was imposing 0.1 for freehold and 0.3
And that is
for
actually what he
leasehold.
was asking, whether it is part of these...
Now, Honorable Speaker, can you protect me from these two gentlemen here? Honorable members, they are interfering with my...
you stand protected. You can consult in very low
Honorable
tones.
Speaker, what happened here is that when we were coming up to close the public participation, and procedurally, honorable members, we had to put the question.
Sorry, so that I don't get lost.
And maybe
Honorable Matata, so
Yeah.
that we don't get lost, he's raised an issue that needed your substantiation. The issue whether what you're submitting is part of the report.
It is not part of the report, but it is captured in the answer during the public participation, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, that being the case, the honorable member has just indicated that what he is prosecuting in the House and telling us about how the members of the public were proposing maybe a different rate for multinationals and what have you. You see, it's not part of what they brought here, Honorable Speaker. And I do not think it helps us to make a decision on things that they know of, which we do not know. And I think also the honorable member is being unkind, Honorable Speaker, by alluding to the fact that I wasn't there, because honestly, it was not a must for me to be there. He was there. And he is bringing it to the House. Now, I am appraised of it. I am
Honorable
aware
Speaker,
of it.
point
Honorable
of
Speaker,
order,
I'm still on my
Honorable
feet.
Honorable Matata, you want to raise a
I'm
point of
still
order?
on my feet.
Yes.
On, apparently,
So, Honorable Speaker, I wish for you to make a direction that the honorable member restricts himself to what they have brought us. They had all the time in the committee to put all the details they wanted us to make a decision on in the report. But so
Well,
he cannot bring something that is strange and discuss as if it is in the report.
Honorable member from Kapsabet, unless maybe if you need time to substantiate that.
Honorable Speaker, now let me go to the report. After analyzing,
So what happens with the submissions that you've already made? Will you require time to substantiate that, or you?
I think, Honorable Speaker, there is an error in the report because actually the last proposals from the public was that we impose 0.5 for the leasehold agricultural and 0.1 for the freehold agricultural. That was, but it is not captured in this report, Honorable Speaker. So what I'm discussing, Honorable Speaker, and going also, Honorable Speaker, from the report that we have in the committee, when the report was sent to us by the executive to the committee, you find that during the public participation.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Matata, it is you who is inviting a lot of these point of orders. What is your point, Honorable Charbe?
Mr. Speaker, you know this is this is a house of record, Mr. Speaker. And when I was contributing, Mr. Speaker, I said dignity of this house is in line, Mr. Speaker. The honorable member, Mr. Speaker, is a member. He assigned the report. He seconded the report, Mr. Speaker. And in the middle of debate, Mr. Speaker is telling us the report has a lot of errors, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, who are we to believe, Mr. Speaker? So are we throwing this report away, or what's the way forward, Mr. Speaker? Because if members of this honorable House, Mr. Speaker, are signing the report and owning it, the report has been moved, it is seconded, Mr. Speaker. How can you disown the report down the line, Mr. Speaker, and say it has errors? So, Mr. Speaker, then those of us who have debated, Mr. Speaker, we have debated on errors. Will we be given another chance when now the report is being corrected to debate, Mr. Speaker? Yet the standing order days, we cannot speak to the motion twice, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we need your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, on this.
Honorable Matata, are you still maintaining that the report has errors or otherwise, because you are the one who seconded the motion?
Honorable Speaker, I want to say that going by the public participation, it seems the clerk did not capture as per the public participation. So I want to move that we defer this issue for the report to be corrected.
Yeah, Honorable Matata, because actually you signed the report, and therefore you cannot apportion the blame to the clerk when you had an opportunity to go through the report before appending your signature. Honorable Isaac.
Mr. Speaker, maybe before I make my contribution, Mr. Speaker, I should also point another error on the committee findings. Part B, Mr. Speaker, that land issues are immortal, Mr. Speaker. So when I look at that in itself, from my elementary English.
Honorable Isaac, just before you submit, maybe perhaps we can hear from the chairperson, because...
Honorable Speaker, I wish to make the following clarifications. We were on public participation. The question that was put to the public was on two items. One, 0.5% on leasehold and multinationals. That was the question that was put in public participation, and it is captured unanswered, Honorable Speaker. And I think I would want to take through the House some few understanding about this bill. Honorable Speaker, in fact, it is downwards amendment. The original bill on land rates was suggesting,
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Speaker,
I was on my feet, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable,
I thought he rose on a point of order.
I think
So how can I be interrupted?
Honorable
Mr.
members,
Speaker?
both of you are on your feet. So who should proceed to submit before this house?
The chair.
I just wanted the chair to make a clarification on something because you addressed an issue on immortality of the land issues.
Yes.
And you had pointed that to be an error, and I wanted him to clarify
Yes.
perhaps on that.
Honorable Speaker, the original bill, in fact, is downward amendment on our proposal. The original bill is on 3%, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Birech, I only granted you an opportunity because Honorable Mosbey pointed out an issue.
Yes,
on page number 4.
That's an error, Honorable
and
Speaker.
specifically part B.
Yes, that's an error.
That
Honorable
the
Speaker.
land issues are immortal, and I wanted you to address specifically that issue.
Of course, that's an error,
I'll
Honorable
give you an
Speaker.
opportunity to
That's-
make a right of reply. So will you wish this House to adopt this report,
That's an error, Honorable Speaker.
having acknowledged that,
That-
there is an error?
Yes, that's an error, Honorable Speaker.
Then you can remain seated. so
And I
that
can move an amendment for that, Honorable Speaker.
You know what is supposed to be done, Honorable Birech.
Okay.
Honorable Isaac.
So, Mr. Speaker, of course, the errors are notwithstanding. Mr. Speaker, I was in the public participation, and I wouldn't want to water down the report by the committee, but I saw a number of concerns. It appeared even the executive, because we should understand that we were going back to the Wananchi to ask them if this amendment is what had been brought to them by the executive, Mr. Speaker. And the committee, or rather the members of the public, seemed not to have been aware. Of course, there were complaints about, we were even accused. I remember one of the members of the public asked a number of members where their residents were. If there was a resident, say, from Kapchorwa ward, Mr. Speaker. So, but I think that is it is a weakness in the public participation law that we as the lawmakers should in one way or the other cure. And even the aspect of numbers of those people who should turn up in a public participation so that it can constitute a legitimate public participation, Mr. Speaker. So there was a push and pull. In fact, one of the participants, and I think it must have been captured in the Hansard, suggested 0.0001%, Mr. Speaker. And when you calculate, say, 1 million on 0.001, it wasn't going to make sense, Mr. Speaker. So the members of the public, some of them were showing some frustrations, which personally, I couldn't understand why. Because when they refused, in fact, they refused to represent the rest of Nandi, claiming that there were few. But I think somehow the committee did their part with the help of the area MCA. Somehow they managed to convince those who had come to accept those percentages of 0.5%, which in my view, I don't know, much as we play leadership, I don't know whether it was right. You know, Mr. Speaker, all the members of that committee and the MCAs who are present, they are all politicians. And in fact, my worry is when they come to Kaptumo Kaboi ward and they begin imposing that 0.5%, when the members of Kaptumo Kaboi will ask me, did you agree to this? When it becomes painful, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I think...
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, or point of information.
You want to inform the honorable
The
member?
whole House, Honorable Speaker.
Isaac, the honorable member wants to inform the entire House, including
He can
yourself.
as well inform me, Mr. Speaker. I
Well,
wouldn't have
he's
refused.
agreed that
I
you
know he
inform him.
wants to inform me.
Well, Honorable
And
Matata.
I accept that.
Thank you. Honorable
Okay,
Kerich.
Honorable Speaker, as we discuss this issue, it should also come clear that the National Land Rating Act 2024, Honorable Speaker, we have two issues here on the percentages. We have the issue of the rates on freehold and on leasehold, Honorable Speaker. So already these areas are classified, Honorable Speaker. And that is why when we retreated and did further consultation, it is in the answer of the committee that those areas that are classified under freehold agricultural, under the Act, is exempted, Honorable Speaker. So as we discuss this issue, we should also bring into play the issue of freehold and leasehold, Honorable Speaker, so that we don't just water down a report that might, because what was very emotive with the people that came to the public participation was issue, because now, like my ward, Kapsabet Municipality, Honorable Speaker, it is in freehold and leasehold. After consulting, we were informed that all areas that are freehold agricultural are exempt, Honorable Speaker. So, and that is why the committee came up with a report on issues to do with 0.5 on leasehold in the urban areas and outside urban areas, Honorable Speaker. So that is the information that I wanted the honorable members to know.
Honorable Isaac and the entire House, you're now well informed. Are you?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm well informed. Of course, I would still have questions, Mr. Speaker, but nonetheless, I think, Mr. Speaker, we need more engagement, and I would wish the committee would even have found time to tell us in practical sense what this is going to mean to our residents in specific areas, so that when I say I have a center like, or a town like Kaptumo, how is that Kaptumo resident? Because these are the raw questions that the residents are going to ask me. Because we don't want a situation whereby when the enforcers go around, or when the enforcement officers go around, it is the same residents who will come to us telling us, please, Mheshimiwa, help us to get out of this situation, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, I support the works by the committee, of course, with the condition that the errors raised by the member of the committee, who is Kapsabet ward member, is of course addressed. And of course my error there, because this is going to become
Point of order,
law.
Honorable Speaker. Point of order.
Honorable Isaac, there is a point of order.
Point of order. Honorable Speaker, the honorable member mentioned certain serious issues. He even went as far as almost imputing an improper motive on the members of the committee, that they were acting politically. He even mentioned that at a certain point, someone asked whether there was an attendant from Kapchorwa. And he is also saying that he doesn't know what to say to the people of Kaptumo because apparently they were not there. And then he proceeds to say, I support this. So, because this is something that is in the answered, Honorable Speaker, the records of this House. Can those two things be there together?
Honorable Isaiah Maina, the honorable member from Kaptumo, unless you wanted him substantiate the other issues, but as regard whether he supports the motion or not support the motion, you cannot tie it to the submission.
All what I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, is it okay for a member to contradict himself in that way?
The honorable member has a vote.
Yes. Thank you for the protection, Mr. Speaker. You know, Mr. Speaker, I'm aware the the chairman, although he's on a call, Mr. Speaker.
Who is on a call, Honorable Isaac?
The chairman was on a call, Mr. Speaker. And
in this House?
I think I saw him holding the phone or something like that.
Honorable Isaac, I don't think whether when we seated in this House we make calls.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
You better
maybe he was
withdraw
calculating something. I withdraw, Mr.
Yeah,
Speaker.
please. Just address the issue that
withdraw.
has been submitted by the member from
Yes.
Source.
Yeah, let me withdraw on that because, you know, I had asked him the specific costs, so to say. But, Mr. Speaker, as to what Honorable Maina has raised on the accuracies, I think, Mr. Speaker, I expressed my opinion and my understanding, which I believe when the chairman will have a right of reply, he should be able to let me know, Mr. Speaker.
Well, let's make progress now.
Point of Honorable Speaker.
On what, Honorable Maina?
Do we still have quorum to transact business?
Perhaps you can make reference to the relevant standing order. Is it 36, or you want me to remind?
Notifying you, Honorable Speaker.
It's standing order number 36.
Yeah.
Clerk, kindly just check whether we have the quorum.
Quorum is not sufficient, Honorable Speaker.
We can have the division bell to be rung for 8 minutes.
Honorable Speaker, the quorum is now present.
Honorable Birech. Honorable Birech, will you wish to make a right of reply?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me to give right of reply. Honorable Speaker, I would really want to ask the House to adopt this report. One, Honorable Speaker, is on understanding. When we look on an original bill that actually we are replacing with this on land rates, on Zone A, which is within the municipality, it was 3%. On Zone B and C, it was 1%. Honorable Speaker, what we are just proposing on this raise for land raise on this bill, it is reduction, it's actually reduction. I would wish honorable members would understand that we are reducing it from 3%, 1% to 0.5%, Honorable Speaker. And again, for members to understand, issues of leasehold and freehold. Honorable Speaker, on freehold, all agricultural lands are exempted from 0.5%. All agricultural lands, both within municipality and outside the municipality, Honorable Speaker. But on agricultural, on freehold lands that is on commercial, Honorable Speaker, you remember, you need to know that we are having some lands or parcels of land within the town, and they are not developed, and they are freehold. Those are the lands we can charge 0.5%, Honorable Speaker. But on leasehold lands, all the leasehold lands, whether they are within the municipality or they are outside the municipality, Honorable Speaker, they are chargeable. Remember, the multinationals, for example, are leasehold. And they have been paying less taxes, Honorable Speaker. This bill will be targeting most on these multinationals' lands and these leasehold lands. So I would request Honorable House to adopt this report, and we pass it. In case of any challenges, Honorable Speaker, we still have an opportunity to do an amendments in the subsequent finance bill. And I think I don't want to blame anyone because it is understanding on these proposals of land raise. That one, you need to know what is leasehold lands. Two, what is freehold lands. Honorable Mospi, no one will be touching your land because I understand most of the lands in Kaptumo Kaboy are freehold. And they are agriculturals. They are exempt from taxes. This bill targets leasehold lands and freehold lands that are commercial within that are doing businesses. So nothing to do with freehold lands that are agriculturals. And therefore, I request that we pass.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker. Could the chair clarify what he means by freehold, that all land that is agricultural is freehold? Because I know in Olesos, we are in a scheme. The land is agricultural, but it is held on lease for 99 years. So, and it is agricultural. Are you saying that all agricultural land is exempt, or only freehold land is exempt? Freehold agricultural land. You see, because this is very critical to us.
Honorable Member, can you be able to clarify that?
Honorable Speaker, we are talking of freehold agricultural lands are exempt from this rate. But all the leasehold lands are charged at 0. For example, if the value of the land is 1 million,
so
you are paying 1,000 shillings.
In relation to what is asked, he said that in Olesos, the properties there are agricultural, but then again, they are leaseholds. So those do not form part of the exemptions. Maybe that is a clarification that you wanted to hear.
Yeah, and I think I've said it, Honorable Speaker, all the agricultural lands freehold are charged at 0.5%. But the leasehold like multinationals and the leasehold lands within town are still chargeable at 0.5%.
Biresha, how I understood the honorable member from Lesos, he said that lands in Lesos, they're agricultural, and at the same time, they're leaseholds. Are they exempt?
Honorable Speaker, I may not understand within specifically if it is leasehold in Lesos ward, yes, it is not exempt.
It is not exempt.
Yeah.
Honorable members,
Maybe before you put the question, Honorable Speaker, are you also then putting the question that we accept that the land questions are immortal,
Honorable
including the errors?
Have a seat, honorable member. Honorable members, I know whatever that is before this house is for the second reading of the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2026. Yes, we have a report that has some errors, including that the land issues are immortal. But then this house is not adopting the report. The house is about to make a decision on whether the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2026 should be read and not the report.
Yes.
And that is the question that I'm about to put. It is not the report, but it is the bill.
Yes. Correct.
So, honorable members, I now put the question that the Nandi County Finance Amendment Bill 2026 be read the second time. Will as many as of similar opinion say ayes?
Aye.
As many.
What happened?
Next order.
Order number 9, motion.
Honorable Kerich.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You know, this issue of the second reading of the finance bill has just created a lot of issues until I was actually forgetting that I had a motion to move. Honorable Speaker, I want to move the motion that this House adopts the County Public Investment Committee on Auditor General's report on Kapsabet Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2025. Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the County Public Investment Committee and pursuant to the provision of the Standing Order 188A, it is my pleasure and privilege and honor to present before this House the report of County Public Investment and Accounts Committee on consideration of the Auditor General's report on Kapsabet Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2025. The mandate of the committee. The County Public Investment Committee derives its mandate from Standing Order 188A-5 of the County Assembly of Nandi, which provides that the County Public Investment Committee shall be responsible for the examination of the working of the County Public Investment and shall in particular, A, the examination of the reports, accounts, and working of the County Public Investment. B, examine the reports, if any, of the Auditor General on County Public Investment. And C, the examination in context of autonomy and efficiency of the County Public Investment, whether the affairs of the County Public Investment are being managed in accordance with sound financial or business and prudent commercial practices. Honorable Speaker, the primary mandate of the committee is to thus to oversight the expenditure of public funds by the county government of Nandi in order to ensure adherence to government financial regulations and procedures, that the county government of Nandi funds are prudently and effectively utilized and that get value for their resources.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Rotich.
I'm trying to go through the documents that I have here on the motion, or rather the report that is being moved by Honorable Member, but I can't find the report because it will be hard for me to contribute to the report, yet I don't have any report here with me.
Thank you, Honorable
yes,
Speaker. When the report was tabled, Honorable Speaker, it was posted in our gadgets, Honorable Speaker. So I think the Honorable members.
Honorable Speaker, with me here I have the gadget, but I don't have the...
Now, maybe the office of the clerk to ensure that all
clear.
members have the report. As Matata moved, let the office of the clerk to facilitate the members with the report. So that, because the other time they were supposed to have circulated the report in our website. So as he moves, I directed the office of the clerk to circulate all the documents that requires that Matata moves on the report of the people.
Honorable Speaker, can he wait for us to make a follow-up on what he's doing so that...
No, the office of the clerk, can you ensure that the members have the report on their website? So as he continue moving, Honorable Rotich.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for that indulgence. Honorable Speaker, the committee membership is Honorable Benjamin Kerich, Chairperson, Honorable Esther Misoy, Vice Chairperson, Honorable CPA Paul Birich, Member, Honorable Milka Chumba, Member, Honorable Raymond Chelule, Member, Honorable Isaiah Maina, Member, Honorable Bridget Songok, Member. Acknowledgement. The committee wishes to thank the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk for the County Assembly for the support the two offices have always extended to the committee. It is through this support that the committee has been able to effectively fulfill its legal mandate. The committee is greatly indebted to the Office of the Auditor General Office, the accounting officers of the relevant department of the county executive, and the county assembly for their support and cooperation, and all stakeholders who participated and gave input towards the development of this report. The committee extends its gratitude to the officers of the county assembly for the support they accorded the committee during the entire process. Honorable Speaker, you will indulge me to go directly to the issues that were pointed out by the Auditor General on page 7. One of the issues, Honorable Speaker, that was pointed out by the Auditor General is material uncertainty related to going concern. One is lack of independence and operational autonomy. Honorable Speaker, with the report, we have the management response and the committee observations and recommendations. The second issue that was pointed out by the auditor is budgetary control and performance. Also in that report, we have the management response and committee observations and recommendation. Honorable Speaker, during our interrogation, we had also the issue of unresolved prior year matters, prior year audit queries that were there. We also have the management response, the committee observations, and the recommendation. We have another element, Honorable Speaker, on report on lawfulness and effectiveness in the use of public resources. Item number 1 under that one, Honorable Speaker, the Auditor General pointed out on lack of operational independence of the municipality. Also, we have the report, the management response. And on this, Honorable Speaker, allow me to go through this item. The management submitted that a new board was appointed since the previous board then team failed to meet the expectation of the municipality as stipulated in the Urban and Cities Act number 13 of 2011. The municipality has also recruited a substantive manager to oversee the daily operations and implement the board's strategic decisions and budgetary obligations. Further, the board has advertised the additional staff to address the human resource needs in its critical sections. The county government will continue to facilitate the independence of the municipality. The manager submitted copies of letters of transfer, secondment of staff, appointment letters of the new municipality staff, and a budget line with budget code at the central bank. Committee observation. The committee is concerned that the municipality has taken quite long to attain full independence since being granted municipality status on 9th April 2018. Committee recommendation. The county executive should facilitate the autonomy of the municipality through allocation of adequate resources for its operation. On that item also, Honorable Speaker, the auditor raised the issue of an approved organogram, and the management responded that currently they have already a draft organogram and it has been approved by the board. We have also the issue of inadequate staffing in the municipality, and also the management responded that they are in the process of filling the gaps, and the issue that was raised by the Auditor General was the issue of a 1/3 rule, Honorable Speaker. And the management responded that the existing staff of the municipality was inherited from the defunct local authorities, and they are in the process with the availability of resources, Honorable Speaker. They responded that they are in the process of filling that gap of 1/3 rule, Honorable Speaker. On the other item, we have the report on effectiveness of internal controls, risk management and governance. The one issue that the auditor rose is the weakness in governance. We have the second one, lack of occupational safety and health policy. The fourth one is a lack of risk management policy. And in all this, Honorable Speaker, the report contains the committee findings and the observations and recommendations. We also have the lack of IT internal controls by the municipality. Attached are the responses and the observations and recommendations. And in conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the committee commends the management of the municipality for getting an unqualified opinion. Honorable Speaker, you find that the audit report for the municipality was an unqualified opinion, Honorable Speaker. The only issue that was raised is the use, if you can check on the report, is that there was some amount that was not expended by the municipality, and that is what actually necessitated this. Honorable Speaker, when the management was responding during interrogation, is that the amount that was not expended was due to late disbursement from the National Treasury, Honorable Speaker. So the committee commends the management of the municipality for getting an unqualified report. Secondly, the committee calls upon the management of the Kapsabet municipality to put up corrective measures to mitigate the current audit concerns and to faithfully implement internal controls and adhere to good governance and principle for the success of the municipality. Honorable Speaker, I therefore wish to confirm that the recommendation of the committee in this report was unanimous. It's therefore my humble and privilege on behalf of the County Assembly Committee on Public Investment and Accounts Committee to request this Honorable House to adopt this report and approve it subject to all proposed recommendations. Honorable Speaker, allow me to call my Vice Chair, Honorable Esther Misoi, to second the report. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. Now, honorable members, that is the motion moved by Honorable Benjamin Kerich. And now, honorable members, I now propose that this House adopt the report of the County Public Investment Committee on the Auditor General's report on Kapsabet Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2025, laid on the table
of the House on 17 March 2026. So now, honorable members, the floor is open for discussion.
Let me just say something so that we don't put the question.
Honorable Maina.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just thought I should clarify for the public and for all of us to know that whenever an opinion is unqualified, the other meaning for it is that it is clean. So I think it makes me happy exceedingly that there is an arm of our government that can have a clean audit report. So, Honorable Speaker, if there is anything that should make all of us happy, it is the understanding that this is a clean report. I think it's a very rare kind of thing to find in Nandi County, and it's something probably to be proud of. We should look forward to having more of the other departments have, or maybe the entire executive, having a clean audit report. I support the report, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Maina, for that unqualified report. Say it unqualified review is a clean report. That's why you see members, they never wanted to contribute. Now, for the purpose of putting the question, I'll ask the office of the clerk to confirm whether we have quorum for the purpose of putting the question.
Quorum is not present.
Now, I direct the office of the Sergeant at Arms, the bell be rung for 5 minutes before we put the question. Honorable Matata, you are not allowed to move. You are not, only the people are allowed to move when the bell has been rung. So kindly, I should prepare for the right of reply in 1 minute. Clerk, confirm whether we have quorum for us to...
Yes, Honorable Speaker. The quorum is...
Honorable Matata, Benjamin, the chair, you can give in 1 minute the right of reply before I put the question.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to thank all the stakeholders that contributed in coming up with this report. From your office, Honorable Speaker, the office of the clerk, the various departmental heads of the municipality, Kapsabet municipality. We also have officers. And I want to call upon also Honorable House that this report is interrogated with the presence of officers from the office of the auditor. So Honorable Speaker, like next week we shall be having the same interrogation of some other reports that are before the committee. I want to call upon honorable members so that they can also come. It is a session that is very interactive. I want to call upon Honorable Speaker. I want to also thank the municipality because of getting an unqualified report. This is one of the reports that is getting to this honorable house as an unqualified honorable speaker since we came to this honorable house. So I want to encourage the municipality management to continue making sure that they always endeavor to get an unqualified report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to rest my case there.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for that right of reply. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House adopt the report of the County Public Investment Committee on the Auditor's General Report on Kapsabet Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2025, laid on the table of this House on 17 March 2026. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 10, adjournment.
Honorable members, being any other motion on the order paper or the prayer, this House stands adjourned to the next session, that is 2:30 p.m. today. Thank you.